doing?
Yeah.
We're on. Andy. Good morning, or afternoon. No, we've been having Zoom difficulties. Oh, that's the mouse.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Are you guys okay for now?
I think so.
Okay. Just let me know.
I'm trying to see if it's coming.
Yes, please.
There it is.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
perfect.
Good. Okay, guys. Have a good meeting.
Thank you. Hi, Deborah. Yeah, sorry, we've been having like Zoom connection difficulties. So yeah, I think we're live now. So let me get the meeting going. Okay. So welcome everyone to today's Archaeological Commission meeting. Today is September 8th, and we are starting this meeting at 2:03 in the afternoon. I will go through and do roll call. The Planning and Building Services representative is present. Museum representative. Archaeologist representative does not appear to be present. Native American representative is not present. There is no industry rep and alternate member.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Bill isn't coming in?
I didn't get any, he might be a little late. I didn't get any notice from him.
Mm-hmm.
And he usually is pretty good about informing me of when he will not be here. So I'm guessing he might just be running late.
Mm.
So moving on the agenda, we have item 2, which is Archaeological Commission Administration. The applications listed below will be reviewed by the Archaeological Commission. You are invited to view the meeting on YouTube and provide any information pertinent to these applications. If you have photographs of the site, you are encouraged to email them to the above email address by 2 p.m. on September 8th, 2021, which is today. So then, moving on to section 3 of the agenda, we have surveys required, where we will review if a survey shall be required for these projects. The first case is 3A. This is use permit U 2017-0005. The owner is Leonard Swithenbank. The applicant is Travis Swithenbank. The agent is Jim Ronco. The request is a coastal development use permit to authorize the construction and operation of a 400-unit mini storage site with 11 buildings and a 14,000 square foot 2-story office and creation of 40 spaces for portable storage area. Hi Bill, we're on item 3A of the agenda. Now let's make a note that, good. Just making a note for the agenda that the archaeologist representative, Bill Cole, is in attendance. So yeah, Bill, we're on item 3A. So sorry, I went through the request. The location is in the coastal zone, about 2 miles south of Fort Bragg, with an address of 18631 North Highway 1. Excuse me. And the APN is 017-140-16. And there appears to be nobody in attendance for this project, so the floor is open to the commission. Hold on. Oh, this is It's in between Hare Creek and the roundabout. Probably halfway in the middle of the two. If you go to, let me find the maps. It's south. It's in between Hare Creek and the roundabout. It looks like maybe about 1,000 feet. Correct. Okay. Is there any other comments by commissioners?
I agree.
You agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a sensitive site.
Right. And then Commissioner Fader Sampson, did you have any? So sorry, you're focused on like more biological? So that, oh, sorry. Typically, planners do include those as conditions. Additionally, this does go through Fish and Wildlife and the Coastal Commission, who both kind of have a heavy arm on biological. Okay. So I have I'll take Commissioner Cole's preference, and I'll make it a motion. So that I have a motion to have a survey prepared for the proposed project. Do I have a second? I have a second by Commissioner Lockhart. So we'll take a roll call vote to determine if a survey should be required. Sorry, I lost the thing. So Planning and Building Services will be an aye. Museum representative. Archaeologist representative. Native American or alternate representative.
Aye.
Motion carries 3-1. A survey will be required. Okay. That's not. So moving down the agenda, we have case 3B. This is Coastal Development Permit 2020-0025. The owner applicant is Brian Paulson. The agent is John Johansson. The request is an administrative coastal development permit to construct a 2-story, 3,200 square foot single family residence in connection to existing well and septic. demolition of existing abandoned structures, and the relocation of a modular home off-site is also included. Additionally, there's also a proposal to construct a 4-car garage with a 640 square foot accessory dwelling unit upstairs. This is located about 1 mile south of Albion with an address of 32505 Albion Ridge Road with an APN of 123-210-28. And I, again, do not have anyone in attendance for this item, so it is open for discussion amongst the commission. Okay, are there any other comments by commissioners?
I'll have to agree with Bill on that because again, that it's just being the fact that tribal people moved about harvesting. And sometimes you camp, sometimes you don't. So I think a survey should be beyond I have a gut feeling concern.
Okay. And then Commissioner Fader Sampson, did you have anything before I make a motion? So based off comments by Commissioner Call, I'm going to make a motion that a survey for the proposed project for CDP 2020-0025, that a survey be required. Do I have a second?
I second.
I have a second by Commissioner Lockhart. We'll take a roll call vote. Planning and Building Services will say aye. Museum representative? No. Archaeologist representative? And alternate representative?
Aye.
Motion carries 3-0. Or sorry, 3-1. And then Lois, there's a survey we put over there. I think is it the next? Okay, no, it's not the next one. But there is a survey for case 3D when we get to that. Okay, moving on the agenda. We have case 3C, which is CDP 2021-0021. The request is an administrative coastal development permit to extend a 54-inch livestock fence around the perimeter of a property, drill for 3 test wells, and install a ground mount solar array with the proposed land use of protea cultivation. This is located about 2 miles northwest of Point Arena City with an address of 23016 South Highway 1. And we do have a person in attendance, Mr. Tom Gilson, who is the applicant agent for the project, and we will bring him in. Do we need to promote the panelists?
No, he's right there.
Ah.
He's in.
Hi, Tom. Can you hear us? Hi. Yeah. So we'll let you provide any information you want, and then we'll have the commission deliberate, and if there's any questions, we might come back to you. Okay.
And just looking to try to keep
Are there any excuse me, are there any questions from the commissioners of the applicant agent?
In relation to the property.
If that was to me, it's Tom. I'm not aware of this survey. Our property is adjacent to the college property.
Oh, okay, well, the Northwest Information Center is basically recommending a survey because the proposed project says it's directly adjacent to a recorded Native American site, Cal Mendocino 3385, that appears to continue within the proposed project area. And they recommend that a qualified professional archaeologist determine if this resource extends into the proposed property parcel and update the conditions of the site. So my take I would have to recommend a survey. I realize there's not a lot of ground, I realize that there's not a lot of ground disturbance, but when the Northwest Information Center makes a recommendation that a site is close enough that it may extend into the property, then that should be looked at. Even if an archaeologist looks at that study and can determine without even going out there that it doesn't, then that'd be great too. But
Okay.
That has to be done.
Okay, that's fine with us. And if they determine that part of the property is, we can change the location of the fence. We're really just trying to fence off the property, but which our neighbors agree to. It actually helps them also. So that's,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware, so that's fine with us. Be willing to make any adjustments. That's fine.
And I think normally, if the site does there and you want to fence it, that can be facilitated.
Okay.
Even if the site goes into your parcel.
Okay.
Fence is minimal ground disturbance.
Okay. But certainly, the goal is to just put the fence up. Would certainly accommodate any suggestions, and the survey is fine with us.
Well, so I'm hearing two routes forward. I'm hearing that we can either move the project forward requesting a survey, or we can continue the project until the next meeting, giving you time to get that archaeological information from Sonoma State and have an archaeologist make that determination. Is there a preference between that? Tom?
Is that a preference for me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sure what process would I follow to get the survey done. I would just need some guidance on that.
Sure. So we do have a handout that we can give you that is kind of the protocols for a survey that the commission would like to see. So
Okay.
we can provide you with that in addition to there's a website that has all the currently registered professional archaeologists, and we can give you that link, and you can just kind of, we can't provide a specific name that kind of shows favoritism, obviously, but we can give you that list, and you can kind of go through that and find out who would be best suited for your project.
Okay, is that something you
Yeah,
could email me and?
Yeah. So then it sounds like you're comfortable with the survey then?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I didn't understand the two choices. We have to get the survey, but are you saying you
Oh,
can
no,
accept?
well,
I
So-
think,
Option
okay,
would be,
basically what, yeah, I was gonna say, basically, you need to choose an archaeologist and have him do a record search so he can find out what information is in that survey. And if there is a map of that archaeological site, it will show whether or not it extends into your property. And he might be able to assess that without even going out there. But if it does extend into the property, then he needs to delineate that area within the property so that future ground disturbance doesn't happen, which would not exclude a fence line.
Okay. I guess I got confused with what the choice part of it was. That sounds like what we should do is if you could help me pick the person that would look at the records and then potentially go out on site, that's fine
Right.
with us.
Yeah, it's called the California Historical Resource Information System, CHRIS, C-H-R-I-S.
and I'll send you that link.
Okay, thank you.
So then, do we want to? So I'll make a motion to require a survey for the proposed project. Do I have a second on that?
Lockhart seconds.
I kind of got a
Yeah.
second from Commissioner Lockhart. So we'll take a roll call vote. Planning and Building Services representative is an aye. Museum representative.
No.
Archaeologist representative.
Aye.
And alternate representative.
Aye.
So a survey will be required and the motion carries 3-1. Thank you, Tom, and we'll get you that information.
Okay, and just a quick question before we get, so if we get that done, then we come back to this group again for acceptance? Is that the next step?
Correct.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you very much for your help.
Yeah,
Have a good day.
no problem. And Mark should be reaching out to you shortly.
Okay. Great,
Thank you.
thanks.
Oh, what a pleasure to have a cooperation.
So then, moving on the agenda, we have case 3D. There was a survey provided for this. Jim sent it out, I believe, yesterday.
Yes.
So all the commissioners should have that. And Lois, I printed you one, and it's right there. Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
This is case 3D. This is CDP 2020-0036. The owner applicant is Ronald and Victoria Catton. The agent is Howard Curtis. The request is a standard coastal development permit to construct an addition to the single-family residence and conduct repairs and maintenance to the legal non-conforming cottage. Also is included as follow-up to the emergency permit, EM 2020-0004, which is to remove 11 dead cypress trees on the northwestern portion of the parcel. The project is located roughly 1 mile north of Wallala, located at 38050 Old Coast Highway, APN 145-12108. And there's no one in attendance for this project. So discussion is open to the commissioners.
But, okay, 3805, okay. Um,
May I see the map?
There you are.
Thank you. It's almost in that same area.
I was looking at the ethnographic village maps, and the villages in this area are away from the bluffs. Probably because there's no beach access in the area. And the property is immediately on the bluff. There's no beach access, and consulted the ethnographic studies of the villages in that area are inland, and I probably wouldn't recommend. No, wait a minute. Now, is that?
Well, it says it looks like there's been quite a few studies done within a quarter mile of the project site.
Oh, I didn't. Where did you see that?
Page 10 of the survey.
Wait, somebody did a survey?
Yeah, it was emailed to you.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay. So, wait a minute. Then. Is that?
It's by Eileen Barrow was the archaeologist.
Oh, okay,
and
that's
the firm is Tom
okay,
Orger.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. I got it. Sorry, a little confused on this one. I read this one, but I forgot to take notes, so I don't know what it said. What did it say? Recommendation. No sites were found.
I think it's just a discovery clause.
Right. Okay, so I have this. I don't. Obviously, the survey's been done. I'm willing to accept the survey. They didn't find anything, but I have the same problem with Eileen as I did with her on her on that 2021-0017 one. They don't do a really good job of describing how they access mineral soil.
Okay.
Other than she made some comment about walking around with a hoe, but she didn't really tell us what she did with it.
Right.
So I think we were supposed to deal with that later on today, after we finish the business at hand. Well, I accept the survey.
Is there any other comments by other commissioners?
I read it as well, and I understood what she did with the hoe. She was pulling up the earth. She said, like, to, the width of a hoe to look at the soil. I don't think there's any question to my mind, but maybe you want more detail.
You want to be able to see more mineral soil than a hoe would provide you.
Ah,
You need at least a 50 centimeter by 50 centimeter square area to observe mineral soil. And you need to do it, if you're doing 5-meter transects, you should do it probably, if as an archaeologist you feel the area is sensitive, you should be doing it every like 5 paces.
50 centimeters deep, you say?
No, an area to expose mineral soil.
How deep?
Just surface mineral soil. I mean, if you suspect something, an archaeologist is going to do a shovel probe just to be sure.
Okay, so I have if there's no other comments by commissioners, it sounds like I have a motion by Commissioner Call to accept the survey for case CDP 2020-0036. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
No, I have a second by Commissioner Fader Sampson. So we'll take a roll call vote. Our Planning and Building Services is an aye. Museum representative?
Aye.
Archaeologist representative? Bill?
Oh, yes, accept survey.
And alternate representative. So I have a motion carries 4-0. And the last case on the agenda is under section 4, review of survey. And this is case CDP 2021-0020. The owner applicant is Anthony and Alicia Bazzano. The agent is Winfield Klein. The request is a standard coastal development permit to construct a single-family dwelling with an attached garage, a new well, a new septic system, and a new driveway. Grading is proposed, and removal of one fir tree is also proposed. The project is located 8 miles north of Wallala with an address of 46611 Iverson Lane, APN 142-010-13. Do we have anyone in attendance for this one?
Nope.
There is no one in attendance for this item, so the discussion is open to commissioners.
Well, this one really. Well, I mean, this one really bothers me because they did find a site there, but I can't really figure out if they've informed the property owner and if they've marked it off and told the property owner that they're not to disturb the area within that site. And then in the primary record, it says the resource is situated between a cluster of trees on top of exposed soils of an unconstructed residential space, which, I mean, to me, that means it's a residential space that they're going to construct something on. And his recommendations to me are a little confusing. I mean, generally, Alex does a really great job, but he's not. I mean, when was this done? In 2020?
No, January of this year.
Okay, well, he's in Poland right now, so I don't know who did the survey, but
It looks like it was The field research was done by their archaeologist Brianna Boyd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know her. I know of her actually.
Where does it say this that a hold on.
The primary record on oh no, it doesn't have a page number towards the back. It's two page. It's the third page in from the back.
What's the page
Attachment.
number?
There isn't one. Just go to the back, and it's the third page from the back forward. Attachment D, site record.
It's the stuff you can't
It's,
see.
On mine, that page is a bibliography. Do you mean before the bibliography?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I lost the bibliography. I don't see a bibliography, but I could have moved them around. Anyway, attachment D. Can you find that?
I
D?
did find D, yeah.
Attachment D, yeah. Yeah, it's way past the it's past the bibliography, and then it shows you. We don't have a page number, do we?
Well, so I will say, so I don't think that description is part of this project. I think because this resource date is from 2001.
Then why
It's
would
got
it
a
be?
picture of the.
Right, so I think Sonoma State has record of this site. I don't think this record that we're looking at, attachment D, this is a Sonoma document. This is not an archaeologist's document. So in their findings where they looked for the proposed project, they didn't record anything. This is a previously recorded site that doesn't appear to have been, it's not part of the subject property. I mean, it's not part of the proposed project ground disturbance.
Well, I mean, so why is it there? I mean, I don't
Because it's part of the
understand.
record search. They were including it because when they did the record search, this is what came back from Sonoma State.
Well, then it should have a big sign that says NA.
What do you mean?
Doesn't apply.
I think that it's
Okay,
going
well,
to demonstrate that they had
if
gone
you
to
look
Sonoma
at-
State. So what, are you saying you don't want to see records anymore in the future?
That's a trick question.
It is, because you're contradicting yourself.
No, we're not.
This is separate from
I'm
what.
trying to understand the comprehension of the depth of this psychological discussion.
Right, and I'm trying to clarify that
Yeah, that's all.
this
no
record
problem.
search
Hey,
is
it's your
part
job, and I
of
do my job.
the Sonoma
Thank you
State
very much.
record.
Appreciate you and respect your opinion. No problem. Have
okay,
a candy
so-
bar.
okay, we have a site record that shows that the site is on this property.
And the archaeologists, with their professional opinion, are saying that the proposed project would not impact the site. They said there's a potential to. they
Yeah,
didn't-
so how do we know what have they, what's their recommendation? Have they delineated the site boundary and told the property owners that they cannot disturb the site? If they
I mean-
want to disturb it, then it has to be evaluated.
We can request that the site be left alone.
Could we go with the
What we need to
discovery
find
clause?
out was
I
this,
mean, yeah.
what we need to
I
find,
mean, go
What
more
we need-
beyond that.
what we need to find out is is the property owner aware of the delineation of the site on his property, on their property, or not? How are we going to protect the site if the property owner doesn't know where it is?
Well, we can make part of our conditions that if we want to recommend a condition, we can recommend that a site map be maintained with the project, identifying the site, and that no development can occur there.
Excellent. And if they want to develop the area, then the site needs to be evaluated.
Let me just
That's
write.
one of the recommendations. That is one of the recommendations that they provided.
No, I'm making that, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, in this survey report, they recommend that if there is going to be disturbance within the site boundary, that it needs to be evaluated before any disturbance takes place.
Okay, so then why don't we just adopt the recommendations of the project and then just ensure that the applicant is made aware of the site?
Perfect.
Yeah, how do we do that? That's what I want to know. Does the applicant have a map of the site so that he knows where it is, so that they know where it is and they stay out of it? That's what's not clear to me.
We can request
That should be part of our.
to clarify.
And Mark says that there's a sketch map that outlines the site limits.
So I just got a message from the project planner saying, yes, there is a map that has the area. So we'll include that as a site map.
And it's halfway through the survey.
So
Okay,
then with
so-
that, hold on. Yeah, we got it. Oh,
Have
yeah.
you seen this?
Yes, we're okay. Sorry, I'm just writing out the additional language. Maintained with the project
Thanks, Andy.
file. Okay, so I have a motion to accept the survey for case CDP 2021-0020. With the site identified and recommendations of the port being strictly adhered to, with an additional condition that a site map shall be maintained with the project file outlining the archaeological resources to be avoided.
That makes sense.
Do I have a second on that?
I'll second.
So I have a second by Commissioner Fader Sampson, so we'll take a roll call vote. So Planning and Building and Services is an aye. Museum representative,
Aye.
archaeologist representative,
Aye.
and alternate representative.
Aye.
The motion carries 4-0. The survey is accepted with the report recommendations and one additional condition set by the commission. Okay. So moving down the agenda, matters from staff. Do we have anything from staff?
I don't have anything.
So there's nothing from staff. Moving on, matters from the commission. Are there any items from the commission?
Yes, you are too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Commissioner Fader Sampson had her hand up first.
I'm wondering if it's possible to receive these reports via email attachments so that we can read them online without having to print them out, you know, rather than you guys sending them all.
That's up to you, Mandy. I
And
mean,
I'm fine with
subdivision's doing it that way.
Yeah, that's fine, we can do that.
Perfect. I would much rather have that. Thank you.
Yep.
Except Lois doesn't.
I would personally,
Okay.
well, I personally would like to have the paper copies.
Well, I think
I'll email
it's,
it.
I think we're
I'll
just
mail yours
discussing,
still.
well,
You gonna email
Hold
mine?
on.
I'm gonna mail yours still.
I think we're just gonna do this based on commissioner preference. So if you prefer the emails, then you can get an email. If you prefer paper, we'll still send paper.
Hard copy is always
I
the
mean,
best. I'm a hardcore.
I don't mind. I
Hard
mean,
copy
like there was
for me.
only one.
Okay, hold on. So Lois, what's your comment?
I just said, I'm a hardcore administrator. I like the hard copy.
Okay, so Lois will keep getting hard copies.
Okay.
It sounds like Bill will steal, you want hard copies as well.
Yep.
Okay, and Commissioner Fader Sampson will get digital copies.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't mind the occasional one, which I got this time, and I printed it out, and but to have all of them that way would be a bit much.
No, the only, Bill, just for your knowledge, if you get a physical packet in the mail and then get something via email, that's because that additional item came in after the packets were prepared.
Right, yeah, I'm
That's
fine with that.
That's the only instance that you should be getting an email. But then, did you have another agenda item for the commission?
Yeah, I think you were gonna review our recommendations for survey reports.
I do have a note for that. Unfortunately, I have not had time to get to that, unfortunately. The last month has not been a kind one to me.
I picked that up.
I understand. Yep.
But so I'll keep that on my notes and try to get that ready for the October meeting.
Okay, cool.
It was just to clarify the mineral soils section and probing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So then, with that, any other items for the commission?
I have a comment.
Sure.
I just want to congratulate your department and yourself about the package coming out in a timely manner. It gives me time to go through it in methodically instead of just going.
Right.
Because there's a lot for me to decipher aside from factual information. Because for me, it's historical and very moving.
Right.
So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Cool. And so with that, seeing nothing else, any matters from the public?
I did not receive any comments.
Okay, and with that, can I make a motion to,
I just saying bye to Bill.
Bye,
Bill.
Well, hold on. I make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
Cool. We are adjourned at 2:51 p.m. Thank you all.
Did Bill have something to say?
Okay.